Yes, two. I produced two of them. Produced Mix and Master 2, the latest one, and the one that's going to be out in March 15th. I actually
Okay.
just finished it about last month.
Okay.
So yeah, still fresh. But so yeah, I've done two of them, but I've been working with them since 2012, I think.
Okay.
I basically like I met Herman, so that's a long story, right? I met Herman in 2003
Okay.
in France, right? So I was good friend with I'm still friend with, but in France, a friend of mine from the band called Fairyland, same style as Dragonforce. And
Okay.
I was 17, almost 18 back then, and he's like, "Hey, we're going to the Hard Rock Magazine trophy, right?" So basically, they
Yeah.
just breakdown of the whole year, and they give trophy to the best band with the best disc, best music video, all the And so I was at this event and stuff, and then I see Dragonforce for the first time. They just released an album, and I see that Asian guy with long ass hair going down
Yeah.
his knee. Like I was just like looking at him, I was like, and I told him in English, like my English was very poor back then. It's still weird, but it works. So I told him in English. I was like, "Wow, I've never seen that, and that's insane." And he speaks to me in French, and I'm like, with barely accent. I'm like, "You speak French?" He goes, "Oh yeah, of course. I've been to school for I don't know a year or two in France, and he really really good." So anyway, fast forward, never get in touch with him. That was I think the 2003. I don't even know if it was the beginning of MySpace yet. No, not even like that's where you can
Yeah.
start like you reach out to people anywhere in the world like easily with like just some sort of profile in one page and stuff. Don't
Yeah.
so we never kept in touch or anything. And then I moved to the US and I met him again. He's like, "Oh, I said, yeah, we met at the Hard Rock." He said, "Yeah, I remember well." It's like I'm like, "Wow, okay." And so we talked. He's like, "Oh, what are you doing here?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm just going through all the opportunities and see if something is doable." I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." And then I guess after a couple of years, yeah, I think it was a couple of years. I think he saw I was still around and still always like working, and so he's like, "Hey," and I was always telling him, "If you need anything, if you want me to help you with something, I really wanted to create a relationship." And he goes like, "Yeah, I have something to do, but there is no budget. It's just a demo. If you want to make it sound good." I'm like, "Yes, anything. I'll take anything." I was so like talking to him all the time about like I would do anything if you need help. So, and I started to mix a demo for 3 songs or something. They liked it, but I was just that, right? And
Hmm.
then 2014, they asked me to do a test for a DVD, a live DVD, right? And I did the
Yeah.
test. They liked it, so they hired me for the live DVD, which was mixed in stereo and surround. I mean, 5.1. So that was cool. And then they always like hit me up for live stuff, like, "Oh, we have to do 3 extra songs for this album that's gonna come out. Do you want to mix that? Oh, we have the TV in Japan that needs to do 6 songs in Osaka show or whatever." And I was always
Yeah.
some stuff. And one day we're at Nam with Herman, and we had a beer or two. And I look at him. There was a good mood, good vibe going on. And I look at him and say, "So you never thought of me producing your album?" And he goes like, "I actually thought of it. That's something we got to talk about." And I'm like, "Wow, okay." Yeah, wow. I was like, forget about the beers. Everything felt great and stuff. And then we had a conversation. And then he's like, "Yeah, you want to do it? I know you've been doing some bands, and I was working with Logan Mader before, so I was his assistant. I was helping me a lot with productions and stuff. So it really helped me to just get situated, with the production task and stuff.
Yeah.
And so we started the previous album in October 2018, yeah, and then I did the second album. I mean, the second a second album, which is the latest to date. That's going to come out in March. But yeah,